All right, welcome to the 31st annual Millville Soccer Alumni Varsity Game and JV game. We have two games for you today here on Quinn Broadcasting. The JV goes first against the Alumni, and then later on, the varsity squad will take on the same Alumni squad. Fred Melendez along with Ariel Melendez, and so far, what are your observations? Oh, somebody goes tumbling.
Got us, yeah. I think we're already off to quite a fun start with this alumni team. And that's tough for this alumni team having to play back-to-back games, taking on the JV first. And then varsity, we're just about a minute.
Uh-oh. Almost had it. Dylan Alcorn. You know better.
A little bit of trouble on that one.
Yeah, Dylan and I work together, so I'll know the goalie for the.
Yeah, we're going to try our best, obviously, to get as many names as we can.
Well, what we're going to do as well is just list the whole roster so that everybody gets at least one mention. So we'll take care of that in a little bit. Right now, though, the Alumni squad have possession in their own defensive zone. Nice work by the JV squad trying to pry that ball loose. That number one would be Marion Ruiz. I've tried to mention to both. Now, the JV and varsity squads haven't gotten their jerseys yet, so they have somewhat of an excuse for not having numbers. But I'm trying to get the alumni to next year put numbers on their jerseys so we have a better chance of giving them credit for running around. Oh, now a steal, and a possible break along the right wing side. Shot across, and there's, you know what I told Dylan, give me one of those stretching saves, and there it is.
Nah, I want to see a cross. I need a full extension.
Okay, well, I'll take what I can get. This is the alumni squad, after all.
Hey, Dylan said that they've been doing this since before he was born, so I know he's at least my age.
Yeah.
So he should have some athleticism back there.
They're 31st year, and Dylan's not quite up to 31 years of age yet, so yeah.
So nice. That was a nice opportunity there. Across along to the side was kind of wide open, but just went out of his reach.
The Alumni with the throw in. Long lead pass is blocked off in midfield.
Oh, tried to go with the back kick there. End up keeping possession though.
The Alumni controlling it all along their right side.
That's Ruiz with some nice pressure there. Enough forcing the Alumni to go backwards.
Nice long lead. Knocked down.
Good job to keep that in as well.
JV controlling. Nice spin move. Oh,
that was pretty impressive.
These guys
yeah.
still have it there. That was a nice little reverse kick.
Yeah, well, these guys obviously did play soccer during the high school days, and by the looks of it, some of them, they were still playing to this day.
Okay.
Alcorn almost stumbled coming out of the net there.
He shanked it a little bit, but he got some support from his defense, and the ball's back in midfield now.
JV trying to make another opportunity up here.
So far, the JV's had the better chances, and now they got one right up the gut, and Dylan Alcorn just scoops up the ball to prevent any damage.
Hey, that's the second time we've had a man down. Good thing is they're able to laugh about it. They know.
And once again, this is all for fun, an exhibition all the way through. And we have a running clock of 35 minutes per half in the JV game. The varsity game, I believe, will be a 40-minute clock and a good step up. Good job by the goalie for the JV squad. I'll give you his name in just a second here. I do have it. I just can't. I got to go through the roster a little bit. Okay, I'm looking at the alumni. That's why I don't see it. That was Bradley Gandy with the save, preventing any breakaway opportunities for the alumni. There's a goal in the middle of the field. So the JVs get on the board first. They were threatening a couple times, and they put one on the scoreboard. It's 1-0 JV.
And they've done a nice job using the middle as well, kind of just going right up the gut there and creating a bit of pressure. Alcorn just unable to dive out for this one. We see here, yeah, right in the middle, kind of wide open. Alcorn just went under his hand there.
That was a good setup, and then the step into the middle to get a clear shot puts the JV squad up 1-0. trying to play the ball into the corner. That was well placed, and the Alumni have control on the left side. Drop pass.
And trying to get something set up here, so looked
Good.
like he was going to try and change field, but nice movement there. Got through 2 players, but the third one proved to just be too much. A good break here for the JV.
Again, along that right side. High shot just over the net. That close to being a 2-0 score.
Some nice spin on that shot as well, to be able to get it from that kind of distance. Yeah, just over the crossbar.
Just about 6 minutes into this first half, it's 1-0 JV. Glad to have you with us here on Quinn Broadcasting. Facebook Live, YouTube Live. We have an Instagram, QBC. Make sure that you QBC TV. Thank you. And you can certainly sign up for that on Instagram to follow us. Shot to the corner. It's good. Yes. Spread those wings because you have a moment right there.
And that shot couldn't have been any more perfectly placed in the corner. We'll take a look at the setup here. That was a nice through pass to break him free, and actually had to take the shot from probably deeper than he wanted to because he had a couple defenders on him, but put it where the goalkeeper just couldn't reach it.
A lot of times shooting for that corner of the net, whether it's the right corner or the left corner, is going to give you a good chance to score, and that's exactly how that went into the right corner. So quickly they've tied it up. The Alumni come right back to make it a 1-1 game. Again, got a man crossing. There's a nice feed to the corner. Let's see if he can make a crossing pass across the middle, and it's headed out. Nice head ball. That was Mike Cull with the head ball. I have a few names I can justify.
We got a few descriptors.
A few descriptions.
We're figuring it out as we go.
Yep. The Alumni with control. Good block in the middle of the field.
This JV team is really pressuring well, kind of forcing this Alumni team to make a couple maybe extra passes or go further back instead of towards the net.
The goal scorer there has the ball. Now it's tipped up front as the Alumni again try to spring a player.
That's Cull.
Cull is along the left side. Mike Cull trying to chip it in. Good read of the play. Good goaltending involves good reads of where the ball is coming in, and that's a very fine read by Bradley Gann to come out and get that ball.
Yeah, and as a goaltender, you can't hesitate. You have to be sure of your movement there, and once you commit, you got to find a way.
Shot is just wide.
Alcorn misjudged that.
There's a perfect example of what you're talking about. He came out to judge the play.
He kind of was a little bit hesitant on it, and I think he hoped it was going wide because once he saw that behind him, he's like, please just don't go into the net. Because if not, that's what they put on those not top 10 lists there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The Alumni trying to spring the ball up into the attack zone. A lot of this strategicness is just to create space to develop a play.
Waited a little bit too long on that one as well to get it out of there. So nice turnover here for the JVs. They'll try to take a lead. Some nice defense there. Get the ball back for the Alumni.
We had somebody breaking on the left wing, couldn't get the ball there. Up the middle of the field, now the Alumni come back.
Yeah, he was trying to look for the break there, but just put it too far out in front of him. Allowed the goalkeeper to make a pretty easy scoop.
So Gandy will get the goal kick. 1-1 score, just over 25 minutes left in this opening half. That ball skies very high.
It's always hard to play those headers because usually you don't know where they're going to come down at. The Alumni again using the whole field on that back end to try and spring something up front.
There you go. There's a bit of a break along that right side. Gets by one player. Tries to center it, but no orange jersey there.
And you can kind of even hear him from over here. That kind of groaned like, oh, I knew I had it if I just placed it a little bit more this way.
Ball is out of bounds, and I think the JV squad will get a throw in. Substitutions coming in as well.
Looks like we're going to get a pretty big change on the JV side.
Yep.
I think both sides are pretty much changing everybody.
Just mention the roster sheet. For the JVs, we have Grady Young at the center midfield position, Riley Andrews, the stopper.
Striker.
Okay. ST could be either one.
Only because I played soccer, so I know.
You know the symbols. Okay. RJ Nedahan is the center midfielder. Also in the midfield area is Marion Ruiz, Alex Gomez, Joshua Johnson Jr. Now, the players themselves wrote their names down, and as you can imagine, some of the writing is not exactly legible. We have Jacob Love also on the JV squad, John Ackerson, Terrence Moore, Elijah Flores. We mentioned the goalie for the JV squad is Bradley Gandy, Josh Butcher. Alejandro Sandoval is on the team as well. Zachary Bentavega, Blake Adams, Ethan Thurman, Marshawn Moore, and John Marita. They're two defensive. Marshawn and John are on defense for the JV squad. 1-1 score in this 31st annual Millville Alumni soccer game that features games against the JVs and the varsity.
Yeah, we've had a pretty good matchup so far between the JV and the Alumni. Seen a lot of good defense on both sides. And it looks like the strategy, at least I have noticed from the JV, is trying to spread the field out. They're looking for a lot of those crosses kind of from right to left, it seems like. And I think the Alumni is just trying to go straight up the middle.
Chipped into the middle. The call for the ball was made. You can hear him saying, I got it. But his shot goes way wide of the net.
Yeah, it was one of those. It was kind of bouncing on him. Those ones are always tough. You kind of have to find the right bounce to kick it, and he was also pretty surrounded. So he kind of had to make the decision there.
Goal kick for the JV squad. Just a little tap to the left side, and the JV will try to work that left side to get it up the field, but it goes out of bounds. Still JV possession. Yeah, you got to be careful. When you're the last man in front of your goalie, you might make sure you get the ball past that defender in front of you, the Alumni player. That one's going to be chipped out of bounds. Good hustle to try to get it, but it'll be an out-of-bounds play for the JV squad.
And it looked like Ruiz there was trying to kind of get the quick throw in, but...
Ball goes out, so Dylan Alcorn will get a goal kick. 1-1 score. The JV version of the JV varsity alumni game. Nice ball up the middle, but it's going to be, well, it was almost blocked off. The JV still does wind up with it.
Yeah, you can kind of hear them letting know, you got time, but again, good step up in defense there originally from the Alumni, but JV find a way to work it down more.
Okay, going off the middle. Left side pass.
Now we'll see if he's able to get the crosser. He's just going to kick it back this time.
Oh, good block.
Yeah, it really does look like JV's trying to stretch out the field and make these guys run a little bit. They kind of a good strategy on their part based on what we've seen so far and try to spread it out.
Nice defensive step up there by the Alumni players. In the middle of the field, chipping it through. They're going to get a bit of a break on a shot. Oh, it's blocked nicely. Good block by the defense for the JV squad.
They did a good job of sticking with it. Or the Alumni had, it looked like almost a 3-on-2 break.
Yeah, they did a good job of setting that break in motion. Ball's tipped back. Looking left side.
You can hear kind of the direction going.
They got a chance to center it. Oh, just past the...
That was a wide open shot if he was able to get it.
Oh, they score!
A play that looked like it was dead ends up coming alive.
That's why you never give up on the play.
And just like that, the Alumni have the 2-1 lead.
Good chip, as you see, to the left side.
And you'll see right here, they had a good shot right as he's going to cross it over right here to the middle. Just bounces off the leg, but JV unable to get it out. Kicked it right to him, and he didn't miss from out that far deep.
I believe that was Teron Mitchell who scored.
Yes.
We'll try to get the actual score is during the halftime break, but it's 2-1 Alumni. Overcoming that early 1-0 deficit, they've scored the last 2 goals. Good move into the middle. Again, a good lead pass sets up a chance for an attack.
Nice
away.
Fake there, yeah.
Moving in. There's a shot at it. I'd save it off the goal post. Another great save. That is how you play goaltender right there.
Gandy extremely busy back there. He got the first one, banked it off the crossbar, had to quickly dive across for another save, and at this point he's like, I just need to get the ball out of here.
Yes.
A couple of nice athletic saves there back there for Gandy, though. The Alumni starting to turn up the pressure a little bit.
Yeah, they seem to have grabbed the momentum here. The last 2 goals and almost a third one. Good positioning by the Alumni. You can see they're blocking up a lot of stuff that the JV is trying to do.
Yeah, it seems like they kind of have figured out what JV is trying to get going here and finding those opportunities to step up.
Kick is going to go out of bounds off the JV squad as Josh Ivanovs tried to get there. Here's the
Call had an opportunity breaking, but ended up going just too far out in front of him. Gandy makes the save. It was quick off the throw-in, and Cole had a good opportunity, but he ran out of space there before Gandy got there.
Nice ball to the far side, near side rather, but again, a good job of cutting off the progression. Josh Ivanovs trying to get the ball free, and the Alumni turning.
Yeah, the Alumni certainly not afraid to get everyone involved as well and finding a way to get through.
Teron Mitchell gets the ball to that left side where, again, the Alumni try to set up an attack from that angle. Good move to the inside. Crossing pass, shot, and another great save.
Up, Gandy able to knock that behind the net, which should give us our first corner kick of the day. But again, Gandy with some athleticism back there. I mean, that's why he's the goalkeeper for sure. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, he was able to bat that out over the net. And he's certainly been busy these last couple of minutes. This cross comes in. And that one's a nice, easy one for Gandy.
Comparatively.
He kind of just had to stand there and open his arms for it, but he's definitely been getting some work back there lately. The Alumni
has certainly turned the tide.
They found a way to get a lot of scoring chances, and if it wasn't for Gandy back there, it might be about 4-5 Alumni at this, or 4-5 to 1 at this point without him back there.
Yeah, he has saved at least 2, maybe 3 goals. You're absolutely right.
JV on their end has to find a way to break through that defense and get something going on their side because it's all Alumni right now.
Mitchell in control in the middle of the field. They come to the left side. Again, a good lead ball. Mike Cull centers it, and the Alumni momentarily block it off. Ball is chipped all the way back to midfield.
That was a nice chip pass back there because he had some pressure on him. Good keep there on the line. Oh, went through the legs on that one. You can tell, yeah.
Yeah, he's played a few games.
You can certainly tell who the athletes are here.
Oh, nice kick to the outside. Again, a
that was a no-look pass up there, too.
Good move to get a shot off, and it's in the net.
That just squeezed under Gandy, too, because it looked like he had originally made the save.
He got a piece of it, but it had a little too much momentum and mustard on it. Let's take a look at the setup again. Nice move to get that open shot, and there it is.
Yeah, he definitely knocked a piece of it, but yeah, he's not happy as he gets up there. Because he definitely wanted that one.
So it's now 3-1 for the Alumni.
And again, we're going to have a couple wholesale changes. We get the original guys who started back on the field.
Well,
most of
like
them
they're making the substitution. Okay, I thought it looked like they were actually playing the ball for a minute while they made the subs, but we're back in action for real now. Under 15 minutes to go in this first half, and the Alumni have certainly taken the momentum. After giving up the first goal, they have the next 3.
And they've really not allowed the JV to even get down the field. Ball, despite having been in the Alumni defensive zone, it's not really getting touched by JV right now.
Again, a good lead. Cutting in from the left side, gets a shot. Actually, a pass and a head ball there. Shot, and that one's in. The Alumni have taken over.
And that was a nice head ball over there. It just got blocked. We'll take a look here. The Alumni maybe taking a look out at JV's page with the crosses. See that header gets immediately blocked off the shoulder, but the Alumni there to clean it up. And again, I think Gandy got a little bit of it. Was just unable to get the whole thing. And yeah, this has been all Alumni for the last 5 or so minutes. So they've taken over.
A 4-1 score. JV can't do much once they get past midfield at the moment. The defensive alignment for the Alumni has been very effective.
Yeah, it's the quick ball movement too. You see them. It's pretty much one touch each time, and not really allowing the JV to even get a sniff at it.
The JV defense trying to set up something to break it the other way. Blocked off. Crossing pass right in the middle of the field, but he's offside.
I think somebody was a little too eager.
Yep, the offside call.
And you see him laughing over there. He's like, yeah, I was probably a little too ready for that one.
Down to 13 minutes left in this first half.
If you're Gandy here, I mean, might as well just try to boot one down there. Let's see what his strategy is here. He is going to do just that to try and get the JV at least on that side. He ends up just kicking it right to out corner, playing a little catch.
That's the one thing. If you're going to boom it like that, 9 times out of 10, the opposing goaltender is going to wind up with the ball.
So again, JV still really unable to get much past midfield. They have to turn back around because the defense from the Alumni's been strong so far.
Yeah,
that was a good cutoff of that because that was about to be a turnover as well. As JV's going the wrong way too. But
all right, now they have a chance to spring somebody. There's the shot. It's blocked and knocked down at midfield. All right, JV controlling.
And they're finding a way down a little bit further than they've been in the last little while. So see if they can turn it into something.
Yeah, they need to get a goal that gets some momentum back right now. Down by 3, they need to put something in the net.
And again, they're just unable to find a way. You try to use the speed here as he did, but again, that back line for the Alumni has been strong.
Alex Gomez tried to create something there for the JV squad, but again, the Alumni defense playing strong.
You can kind of see them all back there, and pretty much every time JV comes down, you see that straight line back there set up on not allowing any of them to kind of get past to Alcorn.
Okay, trying to create some space here. Soft pass is taken away by the Alumni.
Yeah, I think he had to put a little bit more juice on that pass if he was trying to make a break.
And this one's going to come
and they're just going to let Alcorn take care of that one.
Dylan wings it to the right wing side for the Alumni. Good move past one defender. In the middle of the field. Sometimes when you try to kick a moving ball, that's the kind of play that happens. He didn't really get it where he wanted to get it, and the JV squad took advantage of it. But now a possible break for the Alumni.
He had no one to go to, yeah. Actually, they end up with the ball, too.
Persistence is what the key is for the Alumni right now.
But again, that was some strong defense back there by the JV squad to mitigate that chance out there, because it looked like that was going to be another good chance for the Alumni.
A through ball, and again, there's that's a rather.
I don't know if he dived too soon and just kind of slid the rest of the way to that, or
I like it because he looked like he was on ice as he slid.
I think he was just trying to block it. That was pretty impressive, though, as he's going to try and create something for the Alumni here. But
good
again,
defense.
two players on one is usually, the outcome of that one.
Alex Gomez chips it, and that's off the elbow.
Could hear that one. Might have even heard the ow on that.
Absolutely. In the middle of the field, the Alumni.
Oh, nice stop there as the other defender going in and ends up keeping it back.
Ball's going to come out of bounds, so that should be JV throw-in time. Now we're going to get some subs.
And oh, yeah, the JV player was ready to throw in. He's like, wait, what's going on?
Yep, they're making some subs here, so.
And JV maybe trying to figure something out here. They're going to switch throw-ins here. As
good lead ball, but again, that's Scott Godfrey who's going to cut it off for the Alumni. Chipped in the almost into the middle. You don't really want to put it there, but no harm, no foul, as they say. And now the Alumni do get a chance. Just
JV.
wide of the net.
Yeah, that's probably the first good chance we've seen from JV in quite a while. It ends up being over the net, but it's the first shot they put on net, truly on net in a while.
So Dylan Alcorn retrieves the soccer ball. We'll be back to getting a goal kick here. Four to 1, the Alumni leading. They gave up the first goal of the game, but have scored 4 unanswered. And the impressive thing to me, Ariel, is the way they're setting up their offense. A lot of times they're getting good passes to different people.
Yeah, and it's always tough when you go with those quick one-touch passes, but they've been able to get them on target pretty much every time.
And a good cutoff there. A possible break up the middle is broken up.
Yeah, so it'll be a JV throw in here. As again, they haven't spent much time down here.
It was good defense by Doug Abdel to prevent anything from going right up the middle.
The JV's going to try and stretch the field a little bit. Looked like he was going to, and then.
All right. Again, good step up and kick the other way.
Hey, looking around here. He was looking around for somebody to pass it to. Nice step up there at Alumni.
I'll tell you what, again, a good setup play in the middle.
Just behind him. He's going to turn around for it. And he pretty much just throws that one.
I like the way that the goaltender just crawled to make sure it wasn't going to go in.
To be honest with you, I think Gandy might have stumbled a bit as well.
Here's some of the action in replay once again. There's Gandy. Yeah, just made
Thought maybe that one was coming a little bit faster, I believe. I think that's kind of what happened. He thought that shot was going to come a little bit quicker.
Want to make mention that we'd like to, if you haven't done so already, follow us on Facebook, Quinn Broadcasting Facebook, and on YouTube Live. You can subscribe to the Quinn Broadcasting on YouTube. Want to make mention of those who are watching here. I see a lot of people watching here. Crockett Roberts is watching. Kyle Mark, thank you for watching. Park Swift is watching us. So glad that you're all with us. And again, if you haven't followed us yet.
P. Swifty. When you said Park, I'm like, wait a second. I know that name.
Yeah, I think he helped us broadcast last year's game, didn't he? Yes. So, yes, he has a vested interest in watching. The Alumni trying to block off a JV surge. Scott Godfrey being pursued.
And a good opportunity here for JV if they can find a way to get it across the field.
There's the chance of the shot, but right there is Dylan Alcorn to make the save.
Yeah, Alcorn didn't really have to do much on that one. That one was pretty much kicked right at him.
5.5 minutes to go in this first half. A 4-1 lead for the Millville Alumni. Again, trying to spring someone to make a rush. They'll get the ball back to Gandy.
Gandy had a bit of time to figure out what he was going to do there and try and spring a break here for JV.
There's a break to the right wing side. Crossing ball. Nobody there. The JV do get it eventually. Chip shot. And Dylan Alcorn with a very secure save.
That's right. You got to make sure 2 hands on it. He's starting to get a little bit more action back there, but.
All right, the Alumni. It's going to be a foul against the Alumni.
That's just a little bit of contact on that.
So the JVs will make a couple substitutions. As far as the roster for the Alumni, we're going to mention them now. Wes Camerari is one of the Alumni players, as is Damar Brown. J.C. Maldonado, Liam Daly, Michael Gluzak, Doug Abdil, Dylan Mills, and a couple of Ivanovs, Josh and Zach Ivanovs, Jeremy Miller, Rick Adams, Brian Romanek, Mike Cull, Andrew Suey, Kerry Saul, Scott Gottfried, and Teron Mitchell. The JV, nice pass. Going to get a chance at a shot here, but a good cutoff by the defense, and it goes out of bounds. Did that go off the Alumni, or did it go off the JV player?
That went off Alumni, so we are going to get a corner kick here for the JV squad. And that's another one of those situations you saw with Alcorn, is he had to make that quick split decision of staying back and kind of letting the play develop from there, knowing that his defense was going to find a way out of it. So we'll see if JV, though, can make something happen here. They go with the short one.
Marion Ruiz send it back into play. A bit of a knockdown, and that is probably a direct kick now. Not quite in the box, so it won't be a penalty kick, but it's going to be a direct kick for the JVs.
So again, another good opportunity here for the JV squad. We'll see how they approach this one. You see him kind of setting up in the box there.
Crowding the box to see if somebody can spring free. To the far post. Oh, and that.
It went off the elbow,
I was going to say, it's not.
And you can hear about 2 or 3 alumni yelling for that one. Yeah, that's those inadvertent, though. It bounces and hits him, but because JV's the one who kept the ball.
They still call that a handball, even though
it's still a handball because you can't touch it with
anything.
Now, sometimes if they realize you didn't do it on purpose and it kind of just bounced off, I think sometimes they let you have it, but since it was kind of advantage JV on it, it hits him in the elbow. You kind of have to call it on that one, but.
Gonna try to save it. Oh, nice job to save that ball from going out. Keeping possession.
And JV finding a way to stick in the offensive zone here, but.
Good backdrop. The shot is blocked, however.
He just took that one against the thigh there. Nice block.
Some good moves. Shot towards the net, but from that far out. A relatively good save, easy save for Dylan Alcorn.
Yeah, Alcorn just pretty much had to watch that one come in. But JV's starting to put a little bit more at the net. So we tick down to less than 2 minutes left in this first half.
Good cut off by the JV squad. Now they try to mount the rush the other way.
Yeah, that one was just too far out in front. So it's another one of those easy ones for Alcorn.
And he's going to come out and boot the ball away.
And boot it he does. Might even set up a chance here for varsity, or for Alumni.
They have the control, setting it to that right corner, crossing pass. Actually, it's a shot on goal, as it turns out.
And Gay didn't even have to move for that one, too, so kind of nice awareness and position there by
by our count, the final minutes now in session of this first half.
And we were told 35-minute running clock regardless of the goals, so we should be relatively on time with it, but of course we'll see when our clock hits 0 what happens here. But an Alumni with a good opportunity.
Might have been offside, but
he had to wait back. Yeah, well, he kind of waited back. I think as long as you don't touch it, they might give it to you, but maybe because he was this far on the field. Ref couldn't see it.
Teron Mitchell tried to get the jump on
it. He knew, and you saw his reaction. He knew he was off.
Yep.
I think he kind of knows he might have got away with it, too.
Mitchell in the left corner sends it back towards the middle.
Ooh, that almost looked like it went off the arm.
JV will, a misplay, and Gandy.
Oh, Gandy's a little lucky that didn't roll off. I think we might be a little touch off on the time. We'll see. Because they are still letting them go for now.
Turning and...
Yeah, the ref's looking at his watch, though, so I have to think we're getting close to
Yeah, you'll hear the double whistle. The Alumni still trying to control and set up something. They go back. Mitchell puts it into the middle.
Oh yeah,
A little bit of a push there.
we're starting to get a little shove in here.
Shot is up and it's wide, so it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, I'm kind of watching here, but no indication that we're getting close. As you take a look at the opportunity here, but it just gets that off the toe, so ends up going over the net. But it does end up being a corner kick. I didn't know that it went off a JV player. I thought he just missed the net. Maybe Gandy got a hand on it?
The corner kick is put into the box, actually a little bit beyond. Head ball is knocked down, and there you go. The final whistle for the first half has been tooted, and it is a pretty good first half for the Alumni squad. They gave up and allowed the first goal of the game, but since then it's been all Alumni on the scoring front. They have 4 unanswered goals, so they lead it at the break in this 31st edition of the Alumni soccer game, 4-1. We'll take a quick break here and at least try to get some of the scoring names so we can give them credit for what they did. Stay with us here on Quinn Broadcasting. We'll be back in just a moment.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union is your hometown team for banking. We offer banking which is small town focused and customer based. We know you and we are for you. Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union is a nonprofit and federally insured. Solid as a Thunderbolt airplane, we are your team. Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union, 1601 Cedar Street.
Hi, I'm Bob Millard, President of Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union. Come see us and experience banking as it used to be.
Are you just part of the crowd?
Do you feel isolated and alone?
Do you wish someone would see your gifts?
Would you like to be seen as an individual?
A person of value.
Full of life and purpose? Part of a family that cares?
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union is your hometown team for banking. We offer banking which is small town focused and customer based. We know you and we are for you. Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union is a nonprofit and federally insured. Solid as a Thunderbolt airplane, we are your team. Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union, 1601 Cedar Street.
Hi, I'm Bob Millard, President of Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union. Come see us and experience banking as it used to be.
Are you just part of the crowd?
Do you feel isolated and alone?
Do you wish someone would see your gifts?
Would you like to be seen as an individual?
A person of value.
Full of life and purpose? Part of a family that cares?
Yep. All right, we are just going to keep a stream shot here as the second half is starting. The Alumni leading 4-1. I just mentioned the goal scorers for the Alumni: Kevin Romanek, Rick Adams, Christian Varga, and Teron Mitchell all scored after Riley Andrews gave the JV a 1-0 lead. But the Alumni took over and scored 4 unanswered goals, so they lead at 4-1 as we start the second half. JV's got some work to do to try to get something back on the scoreboard to make it a closer score. The JV have their second goaltender in the game as well. Let's see if I can mention who that is here. I know I saw him here somewhere. Zachary Bentavega is now in goal for the Alumni squad. I'm sorry, for the JV squad. Ball goes out of bounds. Early stages of the second half. Glad to have you with us here on Quinn Broadcasting Facebook Live, Quinn Broadcasting YouTube Live, Channel 22 if you're watching on television, for the 31st annual Millville Soccer Alumni Game. This is the JV version of the game, the varsity game to follow. The JV squad gets the ball, looks to set up. A possible break the other way. Some space to work with. Gets by one of the defenders, a chance at a shot, and Alcorn makes the save. So Dylan Alcorn making the save, keeping the score right where it is at 4-1. Got a chance to talk to some of the Alumni players. I mentioned how impressive their offensive attack was. And they were saying that, it was pretty good effort on our part to keep some offensive attack on the JV squad. Again, the JV trying to make a move. A chance at a shot. I don't know if Dylan Alcorn got a piece of it, but it sails over the net. It'll be a corner kick if Dylan Alcorn did touch it. And it looks like that is what they're going to set up. So Alcorn making another good save. And the JV squad will get a chance to try a corner kick. Marion Ruiz will handle it from the right wing side. Little chip back to an open JV player. Return to Ruiz. And it's kicked wide of the net. So we'll have a goal kick for the Alumni squad. Just one of the fun activities that we present to you every year here on Quinn Broadcasting. Anyone who is interested in, of course, supporting any of the athletic performances that you see, high school football, basketball, baseball, call Quinn Broadcasting during the week. Let them know that you want to sponsor and advertise with us, and we'll have a much better chance to give you some of the actions that you see throughout the season. Football, basketball, baseball, some soccer as you see right here in the Alumni game. But always appreciate the community support on the advertising front. So if you can, have your business mentioned on Quinn Broadcasting Sports activities, we'd love to have you. Stepping up and making the play defensively for the JV squad, that's Zachary Bentavega, now booting it away. A little bit of a push off, nothing called, and ball going out of bounds. It'll belong to the Alumni. Mike Cull will throw the ball in for the Alumni. They'll just chip it back to Alcorn, who just keeps it rolling. Fry actually almost put a shot in on his goaltender, but it went wide of the far post. So they'll get a corner kick with the JV squad. And that means that Marion Ruiz will hustle to that corner to make the kick. 4.5 minutes or so into the second half. Ball is in the air, across, and it goes through everybody. The Alumni gain control and will move up the field. Good hustling run, but the JV squad covers it defensively. Ball goes out of bounds, and it's going to be the Alumni with the throw-in. Moving into the middle. Ball is kicked away, and I think we'll get a corner kick out of that as the JV knocked it out of bounds. And they knocked it over the goal line, I should say, because that's how a corner kick happens. You have to kick it over the end line, the goal line. Want to make mention of some folks here who are watching. Kyle Mark, he's watching for Wes Camerari. Go Wes, says Kyle Mark. Marge Lawn, I hope I pronounced that right, Laun, and Bill Lawn watching. Their grandsons, Andrew Suey, is who they're watching. The Alumni playing in both games, and Matthew Suey in the next game on the varsity side. One of the first few times that brothers have played against each other in these games. That, at least that's what I was told by some of the spectators. Goal kick coming up for the JV squad. Bentavega puts it back in play. Ruiz trying to get something started, and he tips it back to a teammate of his as the JV starts to get a rush going. Ball is kicked up into the middle, trying to get around the defense, but a good play to tip it back to Alcorn and have him kick the ball back into the midfield area. JV, though, does get control of it again, trying to move. They have a man breaking along the left side. Didn't see him. He had a clean break had they noticed that. But the Alumni recover, and they try to set up a play. It's going to go out of bounds, so the ball will belong to the JV squad. Nice throw in. Trying to move by, but he is blocked off. Greg Fry with a good defensive play for the Alumni. Shot, and Alcorn, the low line drive save and diving save by Dylan Alcorn for the Alumni players. Booming kick all the way into the JV zone. The Alumni looking to set up the offense, just a little bit too much to handle, and the JV squad gets the chance to break it back up the field. Nicely placed along the left side, looking for a crossing pass or just cutting to the net. Shot is stopped by Alcorn once again. Good throw in all the way just about to midfield. The Alumni looking to set up an attack. Nice lead, but a little too far for the man along that left wing, and the JV will cut it off. Ball goes out of bounds, it looks like. Oh, no, they'll just play. It did not go out of bounds. JV still in control. Not quite to midfield. JV gets control momentarily, but it's shipped back the other way, and the Alumni try to mount an attack. Nice block off by the defense for the JVs. Chipped through, and again the JV blocking off the play, sending it back the other way. I'm going to give Alcorn a chance to just chip it back into play. Good step up by the JV squad, a chance of a nice break. It's got to go all the way in. Shot to that corner, and they're going to score. That was a good read and a great play for the goal. That young man right there with the key move. So the JV squad cuts the lead now to 4-2. The Alumni is going to make wholesale changes right now as the players that were on the field not coming off and their replacements take over. So the Alumni will get the ball back in play following the JV goal.
Leave it all down there.
The Alumni in control of the ball on the far side of the field.
2 and 3 are right. I want to pause in the action.
Mitchell chips the ball across. It goes by Mitchell, and
Pause in the action. We'll get back to it.
the Alumni now working the right side
So that I can get the replay.
into the middle, knocked down by the JV defense.
Be a training session.
Sorry, long line at the concession stand.
It's okay. So the JV squad with the only goal of this second half so far. Now they try to mount another chance. Shot, and Dylan makes the save. Dylan Alcorn stretching out, keeping this score right where it is at 4-2. Ball is at midfield. The Alumni trying to spring an attack the other way. They get it on the foot there. Chipping it through. The goaltender should get to this one first, and he does. Second half goaltender is Zachary Bentavega for the JV squad.
Yeah, so JV getting some fresh legs back there. I mean, Gann did an incredible job in that first half to kind of limit what could have been an even higher score for the Alumni.
Mitchell in the middle of the field gets around one man, but he is cut off by the second one. The JV trying to get the other attack going the other way. Nice cutoff, though. Josh Ivanovs with the cutoff. Now Mitchell has a chance. Momentarily blocked, shot over the net. And
he overthought that.
Right on his head saying, I had it.
I think he overthought that one, too, as he did the nice fake there to get the defender out of the way. And you know what they say, when you have nothing but time,
yes,
you tend to overthink it.
You walk away rubbing your forehead. That's what you do.
He went powerful on that shot, too. But ended up just going straight and high.
Definitely nailed the shot. Unfortunately, it sailed high and wide.
I think something you're going to have to look out for in the second half, and I think even later on in our varsity game, is stamina, especially for the Alumni squad having to play back-to-back games. Now, obviously, this JV team is pretty used to it. I don't know how long it's been since some of these guys have played on the Alumni side, so you have to keep an eye on that too, and maybe that'll be a way for the JV to find a way back.
A JV throw-in. 2-goal deficit, 4-2. The Alumni with a 4-goal succession in that first half, following the initial goal of the game by the JV squad. Breaking up the middle, and the defense for the Alumni prevent anything from developing. Good time to duck there, that's for sure. That ball came
Yeah,
right
he
over
saw
his
that
head.
one coming right at his head and said, I'm just going to get out of here.
Let me duck here. Good head ball back the other way by the JV defense. However, it's cut off. Ivanov's cut it off momentarily. The JV again forcing the Alumni back. The Alumni get another refresher. Now that, I guess he wasn't offside, but breaking in on the right side, crossing past the head ball attempt. Goes wide, obviously.
He sold out for that one for sure, though.
Yes, he did.
As we talk about it, a lot of this is fun and games, but you know when it comes down to it, these guys are competitive, and they're going to give it their all any chance they can.
Yeah, part of being an athlete is wanting to win, no matter whether it's exhibition, a real game, playoff game. The gut instinct is to play your best, and that was what you saw there with the all-out effort on the head ball. Good move. Ball is cut off by the Alumni.
A good pressure by JV.
Moving right up on that right side. The Alumni being very persistent in keeping the ball this way, but the JV answers.
That one got through. So a takeaway here for Alumni.
My thing got loose, that's why.
So you can hear them trying to set something up. I think that one just went out of his reach. He just kind of kicked the leg out just to try and make anything happen, but Egg is going to scoop that up.
Thinking, who's this tree might tripod come on.
So the JV in possession. Now the Alumni take over. Some good forechecking.
Nice movement across that line to be able to keep it in, but
and again, the same setup almost for another head ball by the same player. This time he did not get a chance to head ball.
yeah, that one was quite a bit out of his reach, and there's no selling out on that one.
No, that one's sailed well over his head. Under 20 minutes to go in this second half. A 4-2 lead for the Alumni. Good step up. Chance for a shot here. But oh, nice save. There's a loose rebound and a score.
Yeah, it's one of those chances where as a goaltender, you're just like, ah, crap. You just put that rebound out right in front, and yeah, there was nothing he could do on that one.
Yep, that man was right there. Unfortunately, don't know enough to give you his name. But like I said, I told one of the Alumni players, when you get these jerseys next year, put numbers on the back.
Yeah, help us out a little
That'll
bit
help
here.
us a lot. But that was a good setup, a good shot, good save. I mean, you can't fault the
Yeah, you
goaltender.
can't
He
fault
made
Begg
the
on
initial
that,
save.
yeah.
Unfortunately, the ball angled to the open side, and the Alumni player was right there to tap it home. 5-2 the score now.
Yeah, that's the tough thing as the goaltender is you want to be able to control your rebounds if you can, and that's just one of those opportunities where it was just unfortunate.
The Alumni almost get a break, and now a trip at midfield. So that'll be a direct kick for the JV squad. They take it quickly.
And I wanted to try and get the Alumni almost not paying attention because everyone was still running back to cover.
In the middle of the field. Nice turn. Getting by another man, although he had a tip away.
He had nowhere to go.
Yeah, Mitchell got enough of him.
He was surrounded by 3 different Alumni players, and that one's coming over here.
Yes, a nice close-up view of the action.
See what happens when I put you on.
So it'll be JV throw-in.
Or Alumni throwing, actually. No, JV, yeah. Sorry, I'm a little short. Hard to see around this TV sometimes.
Why you and I work so good together?
JV trying to work the right side, but a good cutoff by the Alumni defense. They go to the attack now. Again, using the strategy of finding open players to create space.
Yeah, Alcorn had to come out quick because he had a player right on him. The Alumni are just trying to stretch it out and work this lead. And it don't look like they're in any hurry necessarily to make something happen. With a 3-goal lead, they've got some room to work with.
Teron Mitchell showing some nifty footwork, puts it right up the middle, a chance for a shot, and it's a goal. So the man that had the head ball go wide and the one he didn't get to, the third time is the charm, and he puts it in for a 6-2 lead.
That was a good setup by Mitchell to go, made a couple moves to just be able to keep that ball and found him up the middle. And he pretty much had one shot at it as he had a player closing in on him and makes it count.
So again, nice setup by Mitchell, and the finish is strong. 6-2, the Alumni regaining a big advantage. They led 4-1 at halftime. They now lead 6-2. So the JV will get to put the ball back in play. Good lead to the right side, but a little too strong. So the Alumni will get the throw in. In the middle of the field, JV will take a turnover there, centering it, and Alcorn has no resistance, so he'll just come out and play the ball. Mike Cull Gets it over to Fry. You know, I see a lot of hustle by the JV squad, and I think JV coach Harry Longini must like seeing that. Kids are hustling, doing what they can to make something happen.
Yeah, and especially I think early on in that first half too, is they were kind of strong at cutting off a lot of passes and kind of being able to limit the Alumni for the time being. But there's definitely been a lot of things to like from this JV squad as well, as they'll get ready for their season and it's coming. I was mentioning, don't have the jerseys just quite yet, but it's a good, I think, little exhibition to get them started as we head into this season, I think, in a couple weeks.
Yeah, Labor Day's not too far away, and once Labor Day comes, so does the Scholastic sports season. So they'll be starting up very shortly on their regular season. Shot across, Dylan tips it up and over.
Dylan he kind of had to. I don't know that he really wanted the defenseman to touch that when he did. As you watch here, that ends up almost being an own goal here. As you take a look at it coming across here, I don't know if you can quite catch it. Yeah, you see right here, he whiffed on it. So Alcorn's just like, I just got to punch it. You see them. You're going to see them coming together. Like, what are you doing, dude?
I like the reaction.
He's like, what are you doing?
What are you doing, man?
Yeah, I think he just kind of whiffed on it, which kind of forced Alcorn to make the save.
Chance at a shot. Oh!
Just over the crossbar. This is what I wanted to say. I wanted to see Alcorn have to make a couple diving plays.
Hey, that was a good shot.
Test his athleticism back there.
That was a quality chance and shot. Unfortunately, just over the net for the JV squad. Ball in the middle of the field, a chance at a break. The Alumni coming right on in. Shot to the corner, and he's got it.
Yeah, that's in that situation. That's all you're looking for right there. Is you get the goalie leaning to one side, and he's like, nope, I'm just going to place it to the other side instead.
Here's the play, just a good lead ball, and
you had the goalie leaning, and nope, we're just going to go the other way.
Yeah,
just inside the post.
Keep your head up, and you watch the goaltender, and he saw that left side come open. That's where he put the ball.
So, and that opportunity for the goaltender, too, you kind of have to respect the shooter there as well and come out to him, but unfortunately just leaves that whole side open.
Well, there's no worse possible scenario than to have somebody breaking on you one-on-one like that. And you got to make a move. The goaltender did. The player there saw where he moved to, and he went the other direction. Led to the goal. Fry cuts off the attack by the JV and sends the Alumni back. JV trying to work something along that right side. Drop pass is going to be cut off. Possible steal, but nice play on defense. The Alumni trying to get control, puts it in the middle of the field. JV knocks it down and tries to set up an attack. In the middle of the field once again. Ball is dropped and along the left side. Both teams trying to get control in the middle of the field. Again, a good lead pass. Another chance at a good shot. And the goalie partially made the save, but it goes in off the deflection. Mike Cull will score the 8th goal for the Alumni.
Yeah, he got a lot of that one, but unfortunately, he just wasn't. I don't know if he wasn't as far out of his net as he thought he was, because he made a nice move to punch it out, but not sure if he realized he was kind of still in his own net.
Yeah, that was a powerful shot, and the goaltender there made the initial save, but it deflects off him all the way into the net. So the 8th goal of the game now for the Alumni is on the board. Roughly 10 minutes to go in this game. The varsity team will be next against this same Alumni squad. So it looks like the varsity squad's going to have their work cut out for them.
Well, I think that's when the stamina is really going to come in for this Alumni squad is.
I don't know.
Depending on how much time is between the two games.
Yeah, I don't see too many heavy breathing.
No, that is true.
Shot is just over the net.
Into the parking lot. Make sure that car coming doesn't run the ball over.
Well, I tell you what, Dylan Alcorn saw that one coming and he did a spin move with the post.
And they're like, we're going to need that ball back, please.
Yeah, bring it
back. The
back.
man jumped the fence to go get it.
No, it's being brought back. Here's that play.
And he was right in on Alcorn here, too. I think it was that kind of bounce there. Just had to hold on to that goalpost at that point or he was going down.
It's a quality opportunity. Unfortunately, lifted it up too high. So it remains an 8-2 game for the Alumni. It looked like offside. Yep. I didn't want to call it, but it was pretty obviously offside.
Yeah, there's certain situations where you can kind of tell. And again, when you see them laughing about it too, they're like, yeah, I knew. I kind of knew that.
I only got to watch one preseason game, bro. I've been working like a dog, man.
Well, yeah, that particular player has 2 goals already, so he might have been thinking hat trick. Ball is at midfield, chipped back by the JV squad into the attack zone. But again, good coverage by the Alumni defense.
That's been the one standout, I think, of this Alumni team. I know we have 8 goals on the board for them, but their defense has been just as excellent.
Nice pass along that right side. Again, another break opportunity. And again to the corner. Long side.
And you see Vega is, at that point, he's like, yeah, I know that's going to the other side. Why try to dive out for it? I guess in the ground.
That looked like a soccer kind of reaction on a goal. Kiss the ground.
These guys are having fun out here.
I mean, this was just a good lead pass, though. It's perfectly placed. Led the runner.
And you watch Vega here. As soon as it goes the other way, he's just like, yeah.
So there you go, the 9th goal of the game for the Alumni. 7:20 is what we have left. We'll see what the referees say as far as the final whistle goes.
And we were only about, I think, 30 seconds to a minute off, so should be relatively on point here.
Ball is blocked. Skull will send it. Actually, he'll send it back to his defense. Gets a return, sends it, and this one's going to be handled by the goaltender.
It was another one of those lead passes, but it was
too far.
Quite a bit too far, and you watched both kind of Alumni strikers are like, yeah, we're not going to run after that one.
Yep, Bentavega had that one all the way. So the JV in possession right now. Good move away to create some space. Marion Ruiz. He's been around the ball quite a bit for the JV squad. Handled the kicks. There's a shot. And I'm not sure if Dylan got a piece of that one.
It looked like that one might have just gone wide.
Okay. Yeah,
if anything, he was in the direction of it. I think that shot ended up just going wide.
It's going to be a goal kick, so Alcorn did not touch it. He sent it back to Skull, and he'll set up the attack for the Alumni squad. Being up 9-2, they're just probably going to just short passes. Look like a handball, but they let it go. And you saw the indication by the Alumni, and I think I saw it myself, but they let it go.
And heavy pressure there, yes. You could hear the talk from JV, like, you got something on you.
That's good. That's what you want. Communication. So again, even though it's a 9-2 game, they're still playing well. They're doing the right things.
Yeah, and in this scenario, it is kind of a lot of work too on that communication, and keeping yourself up in these situations where the game's a little bit out of reach, but you still want to have that compete. And I'm sure that's another thing that you like to see from this young team. I have a feeling we just called it early.
Okay.
That's what I think is going on here.
The game-ending whistle has been sounded, so that's the final score right there. The Alumni squad, after giving up the game's first goal, scored the next 4. The JV squad came back early in that second half to score their second goal, make it 4-2. But then 5 unanswered goals by the Alumni create the final score of 9-2. So the JV squad, they played as hard as they could. I like the hustle, and I think, as we mentioned, the head coach there liked to see that hustle as well. Anytime you get your kids to hustle throughout the game like that, Harry Loncini certainly has to be pretty pleased with the effort that his squad put out there. The Alumni, though, made a lot of great things happen for themselves, and they wind up winning this one 9-2.
Yeah, we saw, I think, some pretty good soccer between these two teams, and it seemed like the Alumni especially, it was a bit of a defensive battle to start. I think you got the teams kind of feeling each other out, but the Alumni really carried that throughout the entire, first and second half. A very strong defensive end back there, and they certainly used the end of that first half to kind of break away and just keep the JV out of reach.
Yep, getting those 4 goals after the first goal allowed really set the tone, even though, again, the JV made it a game. And again, to their credit, they got the first goal of the second half to cut the lead down to 2. But a lot of breakaway opportunities for the Alumni and some good shot placements as well led to that 5-goal eruption at the end of the game here for the 9-2 final. We'll be stepping back for the varsity game as that's coming up in a short while. It's scheduled for a 7 o'clock start, and we're about 10 minutes away from 7 o'clock. So that's pretty much what we have. Again, mentioning some of the players, give them credit for playing in this game. We're going to mention the JV players here as soon as I find my list. Got to turn the right page, Fred. There we go. Again, credit to all the players here. Grady Young, Riley Andrews, R.J. Nedahan, Marion Ruiz. We called his name quite a bit. He had a very good game for the JVs. Alex Gomez, another player who really got some things done. He handled a lot of the kicks and everything on the corner kicks. Joshua Johnson, Jacob Love, John Ackerson, Terrence Moore, Elijah Flores. You're going to hear about these players throughout the season and, of course, the following seasons to come. Bradley Gandy, he allowed the 4 goals, but like we said, the goaltender in the first half, Bradley Gandy, really had a lot of pressure on him, especially as that first half was running down.
Yeah, and I think we could have even been at those 9 goals in the first half, if not for some of the incredible and athletic saves Gandy was able to make in there.
Other players for the JVs include Josh Butcher, Alejandro Sandoval, the second half goaltender Zachary Bentavega, Blake Adams, Ethan Thurman, Marshawn Moore, and John Marita making up the JV squad. So those are the players that are certainly going to strive to have a good season during the regular high school season. And many of them will probably see some varsity time. A lot of times JV players do play some time on JV, so on varsity, I should say. And these are the players you're going to see in the near future for the Millville varsity program.
Yeah, we definitely saw a lot of good movement and a lot of good play from them as well. I know the score doesn't necessarily say that, but I mean the alumni. We got a lot of older guys playing out there against some of these young high school kids, but a lot of those JV players, and as you mentioned, we said a couple of those names. Ruiz especially said his name quite a bit throughout the early evening, so he was kind of all over the field. Yeah, it looks like there's quite a number of good players, and especially Gandy back there. It looks like they got themselves a good goaltender in there for Gandy, but it looks like we're alumni starting to come back on the field. Varsity, I know, has been practicing over there, so I think we're going to take ourselves a little bit of a break here as we kind of wrap things up with the JV game as the Alumni take this one 9-2.
And it's going to be a nice, comfortable night. A tremendous cloud cover has put the sun aside. It's a very slight breeze blowing. It's now comfortable. The humidity's done. So that might play into the Alumni's favor as well. The humidity pretty much died down. We're going to take a break here and then be back for more. The JV game going to the Alumni 9-2. The varsity game coming up next here on QBC TV2, Facebook Live, and YouTube Live.